10 days since Baltimore's Key Bridge collapsed, President Biden was in the skies to see the impact. A president who trumpets his efforts to fix this country's aging infrastructure. A president facing a tough election in November. It was an extraordinary moment, a tragedy, and now an economic, logistical nightmare for the region. But a freak one-off? Well, worryingly, maybe not. Just 20 miles downstream from the Key Bridge, and on the same shipping lane, is another. Bigger, older, busier, and it's earned the tag, the scariest in America. The Chesapeake Bay Bridge is actually two, one built in the 50s, the other in the 70s.
It's a hodgepodge of different kinds of bridges.
And with local fisherman Brian Hardman, we passed the backed-up cargo ships blocked from entering Baltimore for a closer look at this aging feat of engineering.
So when those ships come up here, they got to get on the left side of that red can and get diagonal right in the middle of the bridge. That's their navigational point.
Well, up close here underneath one of the main pylons supporting the bridge, you can see there is very little in the way of protection. A wooden buffer area here. Beyond that is the concrete butt of the structure itself. And then as we pan up, you can see the main metal support structure itself. And if a ship was to hit one of these, the impact point would be high, given the height of modern cargo vessels. Then there's the corrosion. The bridge is used by 27 million vehicles a year. 11 million tons of cargo passes under it, and yet it is classed as fracture critical.
To me, when I look at it, it's like a sitting dock, just at the mercy of the ships.
Professor Abi Aguirre is a structural engineer whose view is shared by peers.
If one piece goes, a whole section of the bridge or the whole bridge entirely could go, just like the Key Bridge did. The piers or the pylons of the Bay Bridge are unprotected, just like the Key Bridge was. So that worries me. For a bridge that's that long, with that much traffic, it needs to be protected.
Commissioner Jim Moran is a local politician. The bridge has been a thorn in his side for years.
The Bay Bridge, as some people know, it's been ranked as one of the scariest bridges. And
we've been under it today, and it doesn't look like it's in great shape.
No.
To a layman.
Right, and the state is spending a great deal of money. It's something everybody's looking into. It's everybody's concern.
You're a Republican,
right?
But do you see that he has handled this well?
Yes, I do. He came out right out of the gate saying, the federal government's going to be here, and we're going to stay here, and they're helping mostly by money. We appreciate him coming out and stepping up to the plate and helping us with this.
We've asked the Maryland Transportation Authority to comment on the state of the structure. They've yet to respond.
They work on it nonstop. They got a painting crew on it. By the time they get down one end and go to the other, it's time to come back.
The disaster just upstream from here last month has put a critical, frightening focus on infrastructure across the country. Mark Stone, Sky News in Maryland.